Oh, wait, my phone's over there. All right, 1 second. This is going to be a funny intro. Skadoosh, skadoosh, skadoosh. Tip, tip-toe, tip-toe. Good day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction. Today, we're going to be reacting to the round 3 matchup between the Sydney Roosters and the Penrith Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all ready for this one. Should be a fun game here between these two. I couldn't think of a better set of Friday footy games, right, legends? We open up with Chookies and Penrith at Allianz before we move on to the legendary NRL 2025 Grand Final rematch between the Melbourne Storm and the Brizzy Broncos, folks. If you're as hyped as me, make sure you strap yourselves in, get excited in the chat, hit that like button. We read everything in the channel when you leave it. And let's get on with it, baby. In terms of lineups for this game, legends, and then we'll get to the chat, we have James Tedesco captaining the side at fullback for the Roosters, as per usual, with Daniel Tupou and Mark on the wings. Robert Toya and Ponga are the centres, with Daly Cherry Evans and Sam Walker in the halves. Nafo White and Lindsay Collins are your props. Reece Robin gets his first start for the Roosters. I don't count preseason at hooker. Angus Crichton and Wong are your second rowers, with Egan Butcher at lock. Watson, the NRL that wants to be a Muppet. Watson, Blake Steep, Nat Butcher, Fichetti, Cody Ramsey, and Toby Rodwell round up the rest of the interchange there. Good on Toby Rodwell. Only last year was playing SG ball against the Parramatta Eels in the grand final there. By the way, we only lost that because of one mistake, but overall we were very good in that. But the Roosters won it. He was still the better team that year. The Penrith Panthers, on the other hand, the away side, Dylan Edwards is at fullback, with Thomas Jenkins and Brian To'o on the wings. Casey McLean and Paul Alamotti are in the centres, with Blaze Talangi and Nathan Cleary captaining the side in the halves. Moses Leota and Lindsay Smith are the props, with Mitch Kenny at hooker. Isaiah Papali'i and Liam Martin second row, and Isaiah Yeo at lock. The bench is Freddie Lussick, Billy Phillips, Scott Sorensen, who's Bears bound, Luke Garner, Isaac Tongo, and Jack Cole. Almost called him Jake. I don't know where I got the name Jake from. Jar. Hello to everybody in the chat. Pro Gamer says hi. Hello, Pro Gamer. He hopes that the Roosters win this one. Well, legend, we're a little bit before the game to know whether that's the case, but let's see if future TJC has good news for you. Hope the Chooks win as well, but I doubt that, says Rugby Fella. It's definitely a difficult time for them. I think the Penrith Panthers are definitely going in with the momentum heading into this game here. The Roosters are going to have to play. I think they're going to have to play better than they did last week. I think the Rabbitohs were quite easy to read. I don't know, legends, whether you noticed. I mean, I was a little senile last week with the flu and that, but when we were talking with a bit of sense last week, what we noticed was that the Rabbitohs, they focused a bit too much on that left edge, trying to break the record, and respect to them for it, but it just simply wasn't going to work out for the Roosters, because the Roosters just knew where they were going to go every time, right? What's up, says Gamers? What's up, baby? Not Lasati. Yep, no Lasati next game, legend. Anytime try scorers, Marky Mark and Papali'i is Rugby Fellas predictions. We're going to put those into the starred comments. We're going to be looking at those at halftime, legends, seeing how many are correct, hoping to see if they get a full-time correct score. Evening, legends. Evening, Jason Reader. I'm assuming he's tipping the Roosters. Yes, he is. Roosters 1-12. There's another prediction on the scoreboard, legends. Good luck, Jason. This game coming from a Storm fan. Everybody wish luck to each other here. Should be a good one. Rinakama says, yo, long time no see. Yo, Rinakama, welcome to the stream, mate. It is a long time no see. When's the last time you hopped on, man? Has been a little bit now, legend. Hope you get ready. Roosters, Panthers, man. Not the game I expected to see you here, you doggy, but should still, mate, if you picked a good one, you picked this one, right? This is the great one. Last night's game, this game, ref 13 plus. This game, ref 13 plus. Sorry, mate, we have no ref on the poll, but you can still tip ref 13 plus, legend. Absolutely, we can count that. I think Roosters win 29-28 is Kane Mills's prediction. You're expecting a very high-scoring game, legend. I'm pumped for this, says Jason Reader. I think most Roosters fans should be. If you're a Rooster or Panthers fan and you're not pumped for this, are you even a Roosters or Panthers fan? I'm only here because the doggies won. If they hadn't won, legend, would you be hiding in a corner right now? The Panthers spine should be too good, but never underestimate the Chooks. Dang right, John. In fact, that is such a factual comment. Where is it on the thing here? It's a little slower on my YouTube thing for it to show me compared to my streaming thing. I'm gonna pin that because that's just so truthful, legends. All right, I feel like that's the mold we should be going into. Losing to Raiders is embarrassing. I mean, they were in contention for the premiership last year, but I guess like if you want to say it, I guess you never want to lose to the Raiders, do you, in Canberra? Fair enough. Let's not talk about how much Para lost to the Raiders by. They've done it way too often in the past for my liking personally, legends here. Not too long till kickoff now, legends. They're due to kick off in about 4 minutes at this point in time here. Feel free to drop anything you might want to talk about. In the meantime here, I'm going to be saying my anytime try scorers. For the Sydney Roosters, I'm going to go with Daniel Tupou to go over for the first try of the game to give the Panthers a bit of a scare. Panthers to win is what I predicted, with an anytime for the Panthers of anytime will be Isaiah Papali'i. All right, Isaiah Papali'i will crash on over, and Liam Starks and Martin, both the second rowers, will crash on over. That's a big bold prediction for TJC, mate. They'll both crash on over at some point with high momentum from the team. Losing to Raiders is embarrassing. Their fans are so unbearable. That's why, mate, I feel like every fan has their own story of what an unbearable fan base is. So fair enough, legend. Fair enough. You know, you're entitled to that, bro. Lots of unbearable support in the comp, but there's also very bearable, you know, like I feel like one of the magical things about support in rugby league is how varied it is, how many different types of people you get from the highest to the lows, right? And there's probably got to be a very wide varying degree of types of people at this game even, right? Roosters and Penrith, very different demographics when it comes to people. You know, Penrith are kind of, even though not all folks would like to admit it, are kind of in that Western Sydney stereotype bundle with like the Tigers and, you know, the Eels, I'll admit, and all that good stuff. Yeah, probably before Vegas, Rinakama, but we can't say exactly. You popped in. I think you popped in quickly during the Dogs game for Vegas. I'm pretty sure, right? You dropped in. You're like, TJC, I'm in Vegas. I can't hear you, but the Dogs are doing great. It's so cool. Rugby Fella says, up the Storm next. Hey, bring it on, mate. Storm next game versus the Brisbane Broncos. We'll be live for that one too, legends. Oh, man, I can't wait, bro. These games are going to be absolutely elite. And the Panthers, to make it even more elite, are wearing the Pink Panther jerseys that we just love so much. I know it's not meant to be the Pink Panther, but still, Pink Panther all the way, baby. Let's do it. Let's get it happening, legends. For those wondering, by the way, it is a 6 o'clock. It is a 6 o'clock kickoff in this one, legends, between these two teams. There's the remote. We shouldn't be far away from the game kicking off here. The Penrith Panthers are running out onto the field now. Oh no, guys! Rinakama's season. His Kayo is broken. Oh, good. That's terrible timing here, legends. He's got to live with TJC's Muppet commentary. Don't worry, legend. I swear I'm better than Gordon Tallis, at least. You'll be okay. You won't want to rip your ears out. You might want to mute, block them, but you'll still hear a little muffled voice, which is still better, right? Up the Broncos, says Kate Mills in the chat. On Sticky's 300th, says Rugby Fella. Was it Sticky's 300th? Goodness me, man. He's been at the Raiders so long, but, you know, credit to him for that. He definitely embodies that club, doesn't he? Rinakama says his prediction. TJC, someone blocked me. That's all good, man. Maybe you just didn't get along with someone. That's okay. You're here in the chat, though, and I can see you. That's what matters, man. All right. Your prediction is Penrith to win 24-10 and Bizza to score. Let's go. Let's drop that into the predictions here. I've got Bizza to score too, personally, legend with Penrith. So I guess we've got similar predictions. The only difference being that you went with a specific scoreline, which I couldn't do. I'm not confident enough with these ones. Reece Robson, it's his 141st rugby league game, and it'll be his first for the Sydney Roosters. Imagine if he could crash on over. He's quite a well-rounded hooker. Definitely missed at the Cowboys. I know that there's a reason they could afford Reed Marnie, but for me personally, the combination of Reed Marnie and Reece Robson is so missed. DCE in his 355th game, Legends. He is in the top 5 when it comes to all-time NRL appearance holders. Anyways, here we go. Heavyweight v heavyweights. Penrith Panthers versus Sydney Roosters. Round 3, 2026 is underway here at Allianz Stadium. The Sydney Roosters crashing into the line. Nafau White will open up with a big head up there, the big number 8 against Thomas Jenkins here. Now back through the middle with Marky Mark gaining the meters. For those who can't see the game that want to know what's going on, the Roosters will be gone from the right of your screen and vision it in your head towards the left for this half. Whereas the Panthers will be defending. They're currently on the left defending here of your screens and will attack towards the right. There's your facts for you. I think my phone's good, TJC. Sorry, we have the cyclone closing in here, top Queensland. Let's go. That's all good, Legend. That's all good. Best of luck. Best wishes, man. Hope you do well. That you're all right, Legend. Best. All the best. It's fine. Never have to apologize for not being able to be 100% on a stream, Legend. This is just entertainment after all. And Penrith Panthers will receive the ball for the first time in this half here now. Casey McLean takes off with speed down the left here. I think McLean's a player to watch out for. I'm in shock that he didn't score. I don't think he scored last week, Legends. He'll look to do that versus the Roosters. Round the right here, Moses Leota. Many thought it would be the fish that never left. It's Leota, on the other hand, that has stuck through many players in the forward pack, Legends, and will become, with Liam Martin, one of the few survivors soon. On 33 metres gains here, Nathan Cleary. How good is he at picking the spot here? He hits it over to the 10 here with James Tedesco now. Thanks, TJC. My prediction is Roosters 22, Panthers 36. Love that prediction, Legend. Look forward to discussing how close it is to happening at halftime. I'm going to be honest, I'm more scared to verse Para this year than last year. Mate, I actually respect you for admitting that, because not a lot of people would admit that after round 1. But if you look to the future and look at the signs from Para versus Brisbane, I think most people should be, Legend. So respect to you as a Dogs fan for saying that, man. And very loose from the Roosters, but they say no knock on. First tackle here for the Chookies on the halfway line. Lindsay Collins. Is he the Incredible Hulk right now? Look at him, bro. All we need to do is get some green paint on him. Finds Agus Crichton. He may be a finger down, but he's not down in his skill set. Full battery on him. Robson, that was borderline forward. The ref says 6 again for a ruck infringement now, and they speed with us here. Better than my 29-28 win prediction. Hey, mate, you never know what the score's going to be. DCE short to Toya down the right here, and Toya couldn't break through the line. Robson with service here. You can already see this kind of service Robson's providing for them here. Just well-timed. Honesty is the way. Exactly, mate. It's the way. It's how you do things. Living a life of lies is living a life not worth living. 4th tackle here now. The Roosters have 2 more chances. It's Walker over to the right here, through the field. Back around Tedesco. They're going to try and go for the right wing. And it's going to be Toya. Toya held in front here. Round he goes. Robson kicks low. This could be a try. Dylan Edwards had to be there. You ever heard people say in a rugby league event or sporting event in general that you just had to be there to witness it? Well, that's how you had to be here. You just had to be here to witness the magic of Robert Toya and Reece Robson. The Sydney Roosters put in a brilliant kick there, and Edwards kind of forced into that goal line drop out there. They were probably never scoring from it, but the pressure is all they needed. Nathan Cleary now to take the drop out. And just look at that. Onto the 10-metre line, it makes it, and Panthers might collect it. No, Robson's there. Robson's on everything in the first 5 minutes. Looking to be a big signing for them here. Now round to the right. It's fine to be 5 minutes late, Legend. You're here. Are you not, George Alarm? Make sure you hit that like button on your way in, Legends. Play one, 19 metres away. The Sydney Roosters. Nafo White. And he just rushes up there. Moses Leota and Mitch Kenny putting him in stitches. And now it's Walker. Back inside to Tedesco. Loops round the right here. And overlaps on and Toya. He was waiting for the moment. And he scores here. The Roosters have the opening try in today's game here. And it's Roberts Toya playing with them like they were toys. Yeah. Arriba, baby. The Sydney Roosters. And you were never going to stop him in that position. He's come out with speed I never knew he had today, honestly, legends. I knew Robert Toya wasn't slow, but he's looking like Brian To'o on some illegal substances. Look at that. 4-0. Clutching, or should I say clucking at thin air there. The Sydney Roosters in with it here again here. I got to stop talking about the Bulldogs game because they aren't playing right now, but the Raiders are actually the biggest scrubs. Yeah, there was some interesting moments in that game, wasn't there, between Dogs and Raiders? I will admit that here. And after our first try, still looking at the poll here as it varies very much now that the first try has been scored. Roosters at 50% to win, you would expect. 43% have gone with Panthers and 7% have gone with a draw, legends, in this one at the moment. I watched an NRL DVD. Good for you, George. And the Chookies go wild. Sam Walker now. He's only missed one goal this season so far for 89%. Waiting on the far right here. He'll be looking to get an Origin chance soon enough in the future. Robert Toya already with an Origin chance. Robert Toya is already an Origin champion with Shibasaki, of course, who's dropped in the next game for the Broncos against the Melbourne Storm. And the Tongan International will be proud of that one there. Born in Auckland, New Zealand. The Roosters Junior hyped so much through the grades. And he shows just why they're in that moment. What a classic start to your Friday footy. And while they couldn't get the kick, this game was full of moments, and at least they had that moment there. Fun fact, before this game started, legends, Penrith, anyways, are the only club this century to be heading into a third-round game having conceded 6 points or less. Legends, yep. It was 0 in 2021 after 2 games. It was 6 in 2000. And now, in the big 2026, it's 6 again. And it's in 3 now, going to technically be 10, but we're not going to count that. James Tedesco now, down the right here. Crashes past the 40 now. The elusive pass from Reece Robson here. They keep moving around here over to Collins. Butcher with the ball now. And 49 metres gain now. DCE hits it in the air. 32 minutes left on the clock still in the first half. Barely any time gone by, legends. Big one in the match, Dylan Edwards. When doesn't he perform? He is the origin of the mighty, what is it? It's the Pink Bandit, the joke we have on the channel. Opportunity here from the Panthers down the middle now. I think they're yet to attack in the 10-metre line as of yet. Isaiah Papali'i to Casey McLean now. McLean, possibly one of the best New Zealand try scorers I've ever seen if you look at him in a Kiwi shirt. Finds it over to Lindsay Smith now. Lindsay Smith arms out, pleased with the Penrith downfalls as winner cover. Well, I wouldn't exactly say the Panthers were anything special before their 4P. I mean, they did around the early 2000s have a period, but I don't really choose to count that because it wasn't what they went on to do. Still 74 minutes to go, rugby fella. Exactly, legend. The Panthers may have conceded the first try, but they won't be out of this game just yet. It's way too early to be counting them out. Centre field for the Roosters here. And so far, it's been a good game from the Chooks. 6 again, ruck infringement here. The Roosters keep going at them here. Angus Crichton down the left edge now. Can the Roosters score again? Mate, any team can score again. We're not ending this game 4-0. It won't be like last game, Legends, where it was 8-6, I think, for literally 90% of the game. And Lindsay Collins knocks the ball on. After such a promising start, the Sydney Roosters will be giving the ball to the Panthers for their first big chance of the game here. I got this feeling that Panthers will make finals every year for a while, is Rugby Fella's prediction. They could be the new Storm in that aspect, I guess, right? The Panthers put the squeeze on the Roosters, and Robson, despite a very promising opener to his Roosters career tonight so far, he'll feel a little underwhelmed with how that last play went. And now the Panthers over the right here. A bit of run against the grifter there from Toto. We go back to the middle now. Isaiah Yeo links up with Lindsay Smith. We can hope not, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be the case, man. The Panthers are just so consistent. Mitch Kenny to McLean now. McLean almost looks to sweep the competition, but he couldn't do it. On the 20 now, Blaze Talangi, Para Jr. Goes to Isaiah Yeo. Yeo crashing through the middle now. Yeo, the big lad himself, couldn't quite get there. Started in the back line in his opener. And round left here, and it's a 6 again call for the Penrith Panthers, the Pink Panthers. Over to the right now, Lindsay Smith to Moses Leota. Moses Leota into the line now. Penrith were really special before 2020, but they did have some moments in the mid-2010s. Yeah, they had their moments, Legend. There's no doubt about that, but they weren't what they are now, right? They weren't what they've become. Mitch Kenny to Cleary. Could Cleary open it up? He doesn't. It just stops. Roosters with brilliant defense here. 2 tackles left. It's Talangi through the middle. He's got a big call to make, and the Roosters make him look like he didn't get his packet of biscuits for nutrition. Nathan Cleary on the right kick here. Very awkward. The Panthers managed to get it. Almost no communication. The Roosters get it. Was there any knock on there from the Chookies potentially? The referee calls nothing, and the Chookies will get out of jail there. I think anything that happened went backwards. Robert Toya now with the first speedy run here through the middle. Mate, he's got speed of a fullback, doesn't he? Nah, but he's a classic X-Factor center there, Robert Toya. Don't want to be talking nonsense right now. Why Wars have not won the premiership at all? Because they've been unlucky, Legend. They've come close a few times, but some teams just haven't been around the comp long enough to... Like, you could argue they've been around long enough. Cowboys have won one, but, like, that Cowboys one was really special. Let's be honest here, guys. There's a reason. The Warriors are probably the closest of the teams that have never won a premiership to winning a premiership, in my opinion. Let's be honest with ourselves, especially looking into the opener of this season. Rugby Fellas is the Pink Panthers, basically. Exactly. Basically the Pink Panthers, bro. Paul Alamotti now, down the right here, the former Bulldog. His former team won yesterday against the Raiders. It was quite lucky, but a few missed calls. They got the little bit of the edge and managed to get the victory. Eo takes them up on their offer of tackling him and gets past the halfway line here. Mitch Kenny to Cleary now. Cleary runs it on 5th tackle. Liam Martin, Alamotti, Toto kicks. Did he jump in the line up on purpose? 5th tackle. The ref says no. Toto back round. They keep going. Liam Martin to Edwards. Cleary's going to kick it now. And despite the efforts, they'll be lucky enough that nothing wrong goes on. But James Tedesco crashes through the middle. Teddy making them look like absolute sods over to the halfway line. How has he done that? And so many of them are so slow to get to their line. Sam Walker, I think Dylan Edwards was offside. That has to be 6 again. It is Dylan Edwards, 6 again here. Pollard down the left side now. I hope the ref wins today, says Jenkins. We'll see, man. Down the sideline, Tupou with it, offloads. Over to Robson. I can see a world where the ref wins it, mate. And there is a big line of defense here. 2nd tackle for the Roosters. They've made something from nothing here. James Tedesco, you can thank for an absolutely incredible run. Dolphins haven't made finals. Titans have got knocked out the first round every time. Exactly, Legend. Tedesco on the right. Toya for a double. Toya's got a double. Robert Toya. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He was short. No, he got it. He got it. Oh, no, he was short. No. Oh my God, there is no way he didn't get there. Show me a replay. I want evidence. I want evidence that this boy didn't get here. Come on, man. As a neutral. But how long has the Titans been in the comp compared to the Finns? Exactly, legend. I think people forget that sometimes. You can compare Warriors, Cowboys, and Titans because there's a lot closer of a time there, you know? Well, more so Warriors and Cowboys, but they're like the survivors of that really big expansion that the NRL did. But the Titans, look, they haven't been successful, but they're frustrating because they've had talent at times. They just haven't retained or managed the right ones, unfortunately, for them. 6 again for the Penrith Panthers. Isaiah Yeo wrapped up by Egan Butcher and Nat Butcher, the Butcher brothers. And it's another 6 again for a ruck infringement here. It's 6 again galore for the Panthers. Dylan Edwards shows Tedesco how it's done. And James Tedesco says, what did you say? And gets the tackle on Edwards. Edwards flipped around, penalty. And Tedesco could be in trouble. No sin bin, but the way Edwards moved, it was dangerous. James Tedesco. Fullback on fullback this time. Edwards just kept moving after the tackle. Tedesco came from nowhere, and what a tackle, dangerous tackle, but nonetheless, it stopped a sure run there from Edwards. And with the kick here they go. To be fair, there's no way Teddy intended that, legends. Exactly. There's a complete difference in time. The Titans are about as old as me. I'm not that old, legends. Nathan Cleary finds Isaiah Papali'i here. I'm back. I just got a brain freeze from drinking the almost frozen Powerade. Oh, that's all good, man. You can't have a brain freeze, right? This game is frozen enough as it is. Blaze Tulagi. On the left edge here, Mitch Kenny short to Casey McLean now. And Casey McLean tries to crash through. He couldn't do it. Mitch Kenny short. Thomas Jenkins for the Panthers. It's got to be 4-4 now. They've scored the try. They had no right to get that. But they'll take it for all it's worth. Nawanga Witawase will feel let down. They must have come in through a little bit too much into the central left area. Didn't let his right edge keep open enough, and it's costed him. 4-4, kick to come here. Draw in favour of the Panthers is Lumbai Carsey's prediction, legends. Let's go, mate. Draw for the Penny Penrith Panthers. Well, at the moment, it's a draw. Let's go. It's a draw. Both the teams are even. They're even, Steven. Let's split the points. And the Roosters, quite possibly the least talked about winning team ever after a round, due to what the Rabbitohs, their arch rivals, did last week. Go into an all-square affair. Will they be behind in just a moment? Thomas Jenkins, he's got 1 tonight. He's got 5 this season already. The wings for the Penrith Panthers are just absolutely insane. I'm convinced Thomas Jenkins is going to score in every game at this point. And this is Penrith, just how meticulous their play is. Nathan Cleary from the edge here. The Roosters fans showing their pride to him. Just like Sam Walker, Nathan Cleary has only missed 1 this year so far. Well, technically it's 2 for Walker now. He missed the kick today, but Nathan Cleary enters this game with the same amount here. If the rugby league gods are fair, he'll miss 2, but don't know. Nathan Cleary telling the security guard to move further back. Telling the security to get out of the way, Nathan Cleary. He wants the full run-up for the kick. Imagine if he misses this after doing that. Nathan Cleary. You're watching live TJC. He misses it! He misses it! And that is now 2 misses this season for Nathan Cleary. 2 misses for Sam Walker. They can't kick goals today. And after moving the security guard, it ends up all for naught. What did you do, Nathan Cleary? Did you want a more stylish miss than you were already going to do? In the way, legends. In the way. I'm going to be honest, based on the way Dylan Edwards was shifted, you got to wonder if Teddy maybe should have gone to the bin for the tackle, but I'm sure Roosters fans will tell me how Edwards moved into it and milked it, so no. Can anybody explain this momentum tracker stuff I see on Fox League? Who decides those little bars for the momentum? Is it just like, do they have their own fun little point system they haven't shared with anybody for that? Penrith Panthers over to Moses Leota. 22 minutes left on the clock still in the first half. Third tackle. Penrith Panthers find it on the right here and shift over to Liam Starton Martin here. Meow, says Cade Mills. Yeah, they probably go meow, don't they, the Panthers? They don't go raw. They're a meow kind of club. 44 metres gained now. Nathan Cleary with the clearance here. The Clearians, could you say. Cleary Arts is this stadium, maybe? Teddy Tedesco here, the teddy bear. I won't be sleeping with a teddy tonight. He's held on the 20. DCE. Round the left here now. Daly Cherry Evans. Got a try and a try assist last week. Absolutely brilliant stuff. The way he set up James Tedesco for the winner. We go to Robson. Over to Egan Butcher now. And Egan Butcher wrapped up nicely by IPAP and Blaze Talangi, two former Eels players. With possession to Fo White now. One more tackle left in the set here. And now to the right here. Cherry Evans on the right will be the kicker. Plenty of chase on this. And Dylan Edwards catches it neatly before anything wrong can go with it here. Don't forget, this is our first of 2 streams tonight, legends. You don't want to be going anywhere. We'll be also streaming the Storm versus the Broncos, the grand final rematch. If there's a game you don't want to miss this round, it's that one. And then after that, legends, we move on to tomorrow's games. We'll be having a blast with that. Edwards to Nathan Cleary. Paul Alamotti around to the right now. Paul Alamotti with it here. Holds the ball. Edwards. What he lacks for in hair, he makes up for in talent. Nearly to the 40 now. He just squeezed forward. The Panthers are stalking their chooky prey at the moment. Cleary runs it again to Leota, to Martin, to Alamotti here. Brian To'o now. To'o kicks low for himself, and he does it again. To'o! Oh my God, that is prime Alfie Langer stuff! Brian To'o for the Penrith Panthers! And that is absolutely exceptional. How has he gone and done that? That is truly amazing. That might be one of his best yet in his career. Brian To'o, it certainly might be his best in the pink jersey. Gee, I thought this is adventurous. What are they doing? When To'o did something like that, hoping for something. But the Roosters on that second chase, only Tedesco really puts in enough effort. And Brian To'o puts in the langer for the absolute banger. Ritter covers, as I said, that they heard and they delivered. Sam Walker cornered, Butcher beaten, Tupou beaten. He goes, I'm going to beat even more. Beats Tedesco, beats Collins, and collects the ball. DCE never quick enough to get there, especially not when he's closer to 40 than 30. And Brian To'o showing why he's such a highly rated winger in our game. The Coca-Cola drinking machine. Sorry, zero sugar drinking machine. Yeah, he was my anytime too, legend. He was in my try scoring too. And that's 90 tries for him. He ranks 4th in the all-time Panthers try scorers from 1967 to modern day. Nathan Cleary from the right here. After a piece of individual brilliance from his winger, will he be able to put on a piece of individual brilliance for this kick? And he's got it through the middle. It was too easy for him. 10-4 now to the Penrith Panthers. And I'm just astonished by that from Brian To'o. That is absolutely exceptional. That might be try. That might not only be trying the game, that might be trying the round, the way he individually did that. There's no team effort in that. That's just Brian Toto the entire time there. Just becoming the king of possession there, Brian Toto. And nobody was going to steal it from him. The vision from Cleary, mate, he had some four eyes there. Saw what Toto was going to do before Toto knew. And we kick off again here. Lindsay Smith through. Big moments in this season. Passes to the 10 here. Isaiah Papali'i. And Papali'i wrapped up neatly by Butcher here. The Panthers keep going. Leota to Cleary. Down the wing here. Alamotti. They might want another pull. Alamotti 30. Halfway. Is he going to run the field here? James Tedesco's the last line of defense. He couldn't read it. Nathan Cleary's going to get the pass. Edwards. And Panthers are through again here. Dylan Edwards. Absolutely a remarkable last 4-ish minutes for the Penrith Panthers. 14-4 now, and this game is completely turned on its head from out of nowhere. I think all they needed was a bit of luck, and from there, they've made all the difference here. The Roosters' backline getting outran. Paul Alamotti was never getting caught, except for James Tedesco, who couldn't mark 3 different men there. Sam Walker, credit to his precious little heart, tries his best. But once Junior Porter was stopped, it felt like there was almost no chance for the Chookies. I know that Walker never gives up and does his best, but once that pass gets to Cleary, Walker was never catching up. Cleary was always going to get that pass off to the slightly farther away fullback, and Dylan Edwards will get the try here. What an athlete the Penrith Panthers have with Dylan Edwards crashing through here. And that is absolutely exceptional, showing why the Penrith Panthers have remained so loyal to him. Cleary my cap, let's go, says Rugby Fella. Mate, he's showing what he's made of. Dylan Edwards too, though. Tonight, he's got 2 tries this season, 1 tonight, though. 6 in his career against the Roosters, and this is his 60th NRL try. That's right, legends. You know, not only do we get Brian Toto's big one, but we also get the 60th for Dylan Edwards as well. And is it just going to keep going from there, legends? Are we just going to get more and more? 26 points so far for Nathan Cleary, and he's pretty easily going to make it 28, the number 7. 16-4 now. 6-7, baby. Shout out to the Penrith Panthers, of course. They're playing their last season where they'll be at home at CommBank. They play Para, I think they play Para literally next round there, actually, right? At CommBank, legends. Parramatta versus the Penrith Panthers, but it'll, of course, be noted as Penrith's home game. It'll be on Saturday, 5:30 p.m., which means, of course, no Saturday streams on the channel. You know how it rolls with that, legends. After that, they'll be moving over to their new stadium called Hello World Stadium, legends. The Penrith Panthers' new home. Hello Penrith, they should be saying. Panthers with the ball here on second tackle. Isaiah Papali'i, 16 minutes left on the clock here. We go to the right. I love the counting down clock way more than the counting up clock, I just got to say. And the Roosters in the last 10 minutes have had only 11% possession at the moment. I honestly don't care who wins this game. I'm waiting for next time, says Rugby Fella. Mate, it doesn't matter, bro. We should be enjoying the game anyways, right? I agree with you that next game's going to be a huge one, but this one in particular, 36 meters gained now, 15 minutes on the clock here, 5th tackle. They're going to clear it over to the right now, and Daniel Tupou will get the ball here. Brings it back with speed now, and down he goes here. They keep going now. Good stuff from Martin. Gets it over to Marky Mark now. I know what you meant, legend. 15 minutes on the clock now officially. Reece Robson over to Connor Watson now. And Connor Watson, the Blues utility, gets to the halfway. Sam Walker now. Tried his best to stop the last try, but he simply wasn't as quick as Josh Adokar. That was the only way he was ever going to stop it. Gets it to Robson now. 45 metres gained here. The Roosters with a heavy chase here. Tedesco. And that's a brilliant tackle on Thomas Jenkins there. James Tedesco still got it in his early 30s here. Loops around again. That's his second straight tackle in the set here. Is he going to even be inside the 10 metres? That's going to be 6 again for the Panthers. No, the Roosters get lucky there. The ref doesn't call it here. Oh, my lucky stars. Dylan Edwards then round to the middle here on the 20, goes down. Couldn't have run any faster while running that ball there. And now with Tulagi here to the left. He's really bulked off in the off-season, hasn't he, bro? He looks huge now compared to what he did. They've split Tedesco and Tupou here off a kick now. 5th tackle here. Tupou gets the ball for the opening set. Will the Eels beat Panthers? I hope so. Honestly, Legend, I think most people will be tipping the Panthers in that one. We all know who I'm going to be tipping, but we know what most people will be tipping in that game, Legend. Marky Mark crashes away. Always looks to be the hero. Finds the pass. Bats back for Brian To'o here for the Panthers. And on the 20 now. One thing about Mark that's a real problem, I think, is how exceptional he is, but also how sometimes he just can't take a tackle. You know, it always needs to be a try with that lad. Scott Sorensen then finds Henry now out on the field now. Gets to the 10-meter line of the Roosters line here, Legends. Will the Panthers be scoring here? Let me know in the chat. Isaiah finds Dylan Edwards with the tackle here, and Dylan Edwards with the ball now. He tries to find a way and just goes down. Yeo to the side here. Gets it to Cleary. Gets it to Tulagi. Jenkins for another try. The Panthers are flying high now here. They just cannot be stopped. It's 20 points now. 2-4. And can you believe it was 4-0 at one point? How on earth is this happening? The Panthers simply too good for the Roosters. Offload to no one here. Put Ponga under pressure. And Thomas Jenkins grabs a double here today. The number 2's got 2. And can you believe that this guy was considered not rugby league standard just a few years ago? Legends Thomas Jenkins. And now he's one of the most consistent players for the Penrith Panthers. I mean, he was so undernoted. He's not even the first Thomas Jenkins to pop up when you look up Thomas Jenkins, Legends. New South Wales, born and raised. Got his chance in the Origin camp, I'm pretty sure, not too long ago. Thomas Jenkins puts up a good step there. DCE and Tedesco kind of caught out with their age there as Jenkins crashes through. You know, he started his career at Panthers. He's flying with his career best form at the Panthers. He gave his worst at the Knights, where it just simply did not work out. Speaking of Knights versus Warriors tomorrow. Look forward to that stream, Legends. Thomas Jenkins here, the money ball. Doubles in 3 straight games now. He's going 2, 4, 6. Next game, it's going to be 8. They got him the ball beautifully, and Thomas Jenkins seems to be that winger where as long as you set him up, he'll knock him dead. Nathan Cleary now. No security for him to push aside now. From the edge here. 1 try assist, 2 out of 3 goals tonight. He missed one from here with the first try of the game. Can he make it 22? Nathan Cleary. Hopefully his chin's not blocking his face at the moment here. Cleary with the half, and he's got it. He's got it. He doesn't scuff that one up at all here, actually, Legends. And it's 22-4 now. I don't know what else to say other than the Panthers have simply locked in, and the Roosters have no answer at the moment here. John Tapu in the chat says Panthers will be tough, but good defense. And like I mentioned, if Eel Spine clicks, it's possible, Legends. Exactly, John. It's definitely possible. It's about will it happen, right, Legends? Like, there's a difference between possible and will. Where there's a will, there's a way, though. And you better believe I'll be backing him. Next week, of course. Blaze Tulagi collects the ball now. 22 points to 4 Honestly can't believe it here. Roosters still lead at the poll because of early tips, Legends, but I'm sure that'll change in Panthers' favour very soon. First 5 minutes, Roosters led. Panthers since then have put them to bed. Scott Sorensen. And remember, Legends, with 10 minutes and a half, which means 30 seconds, Legends, for those who don't know, until halftime here at the stadium, we are one of the few channels that sticks around during halftime. So feel free to stay, say hi, ask any questions you want, talk about the game, rant a little. It's fine with me. We're going to have a great chill time in the halftime show for this game here. And it'll take a few poor tackles for the Roosters to get back on side in this game, I reckon. First tackle becomes second here. Robert Toyer, he got the opening try. He goes down now on the 30 now. Sam Walker moving around. And Sam Walker's showed his quality, but I just don't know about the signing of DCE. I feel like it's too... There's elements to his game that just... I know he's had flaws at Manly with his game before, but I feel like it gets a lot more exposed at Roosters. Connor Watson around the middle now. Watson almost through. Salute right back at you, Willow. Wow, what's going on with the chickens, mate? They've become KFC. Kentucky Fried Chickens, baby. Kentucky Fried Chookies. In fact, not Kentucky Fried. They've become... What is there anyone in the team that begins with K, Legend? They've just become Crispy Legends. I know that's not K, but I don't care. Crispy. They're crispy with a K. Dylan Edwards appealing, and he gets a high contact penalty. Nat Butcher giving it away now. And they might keep putting on the points to them. The Penrith Panthers become KFC, baby. Wow, Cindy, you can't save a seat. You can't, Legends. You can never save a seat. Death by 1,000 cuts at the moment. It's just brutal at this time, Legends. If you're enjoying the stream so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to keep up the momentum for your side, or I guess gain momentum if you're a Roosters fan. Goodness me. Nat Butcher here on the 30 now. Mitch Kenny puts them in stitches over to Henry here. It's Henry on the ground now. Picking up the momentum now with it here. Kenny gets to Yeo. Isaiah Yeo with it. Yeo goes down to the ground. Just 2 left in the set. Talangi kicks short. Marky Mark here, and he's forced into the goal line there. That was a tackle complete there. And the Sydney Roosters will be forced into the dropout. 8 minutes to go on the clock now. A bit unorthodox there on the right side. Isaiah Papadopoulos. Isaiah Papadopoulos. It's Papali'i, but don't care. Papadopoulos. Sam Walker goes short on the 10 here. The Roosters, Walker. It's all backwards from Panthers. Talangi passes back because he knows he's not going to keep it, and Tedesco gets it now, Legends. And the referee saying that the Roosters knocked it on. They're welcome to challenge it, the ref says. James Tedesco, will you challenge it? They've got the right to do it. Yep, James Tedesco does it, Legends. The decision is that it's a knock-on off the Chookies. Let's see what the ref says. I mean, the bunker, technically. Will this be a lost challenge in the first half? We've cleared the kick chaser in the lead-up, so it's up to Marky Mark and Thomas Jenkins. Yeah, Marky Mark forward. Calling it right now, Legends. TJC is making his call on this bunker call. It's forward from Marky Mark. Marky Mark touches the ball. And it's continued forward. Knock on by the Roosters. I'm sure Chookies fans will be furious with that one, but I reckon it's the right call. The Penrith Panthers not only get the ball back, but the Chookies have also lost their challenge now. Tedesco appealing to the ref going, what are you talking about, man? And the ref just having to explain to him that that's how it is, bro. The bunker made his call. John Tapis says, I'm not underestimating the Knights just because they're missing 2 quality players. They put 40 points without them. Exactly, Legend. I mean, they're actually missing 3 now. Sharp has been ruled out. Update there for you guys who don't know. Sharp has been ruled out of the game. So they're missing 3 quality players that they could have. But, of course, he's already a backup, I guess, if you want to argue, but he's not really. But, yeah, Sharp as well. So they're going to have to perform well. I think what they're going to do is show, was it Manly playing badly or how well the Knights played? Probably a bit of both, Legends, but we'll see when that game comes about exactly which one holds more true. We're running through here for the Panthers, and Tedesco just barely manages to save the day there. And he'll breathe a sigh of relief there. Why do I get the feeling, Legends, despite the smashing, that the Roosters are going to live to regret that captain's challenge? And it's lost by the Chooks immediately away from their own line there. And the Penrith Panthers just constantly on them. Trent Robinson unimpressed in the box at the moment here. You can't give us a moment to breathe, can you, Roosters Panthers? You just got to put up an absolutely phenomenal game for us to enjoy. Definitely great defense before the break, Panthers. Definitely, John. This has been some of the best defense, mate. The Penrith Panthers, I think, have shown in these first 3 games that they are a defense to be reckoned with. You need to be able to match them in defense. You don't need to match them. Okay, you can be slightly worse than attack, in my opinion, if you can just match them in defense. Panthers have lost it, but that's a clear penalty. Yeah, and the ref calls it there. Do you go for 24, Legends? Make it the perfect 20-point gap, right? Make it the perfect 20-point gap. Not clearing the ruck. Absolutely right call there from the referee. I'll call it out as a parapet if I think the Panthers are getting favoured. That was the correct call. And Nathan Cleary is going to take the 2-pointer here, Legends, to make it 24-4 here. Don't worry for those of you disappointed. They could still hit that wonderful 30, but they just want to make sure all the possible conversion points are given to them. Nathan Cleary from the sideline. I mean, well, from right in front, but not sideline, But with 5 minutes to go, it makes perfect sense here. I'm actually confident that we beat Panthers in two weeks as rugby fella. It's good that you're confident, Legend. Nathan Cleary slots it in 24-4 now. 20-point gap, Legends. And when the Roosters scored 4, I did not expect to be saying that they were trailing by 20 next. And the Chookies, if they want to get anything from this game, are going to have to look for a miracle in the second half, probably. 5 minutes still on the clock of the first, though. It would really help them out with momentum if they could get that try. Isaiah Yeo leads all the stats in the hard-earned. The good old Pink Panther. Very simple lock, but consistent, and that's all you need. That's why I tipped for F13 plus TGT. Next time, put it on the poll, bro. Next time, man. Next time we make it happen. Next time we make it happen. Well, every time I put it, Legend, you don't show up. It's like a curse. Isaiah Papali'i finds it to the right. Sorensen here. If the Panthers get a number before halftime, I'm going to absolutely lose it. Third tackle now for the Panthers. We go to Mitch Kenny. Isaiah Yeo now. A pretty typical performance from Yeo at the moment. Edwards, short around here. Sorensen nearly crashes through for a run here. 50 metres gained now. Nathan Cleary, a kick with a bit of an awkward bit to it. Daniel Tupou collects the ball nonetheless here. They're getting through set after set after set. 3.5 minutes on the clock here. I hope the final score is 24-10, like how I predicted. We'll see, Renakama. We'll see. Genuinely, mate, that means you've got to hope that the Panthers don't score again. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I think the Panthers have got a couple more in them if it keeps going like this. Or even the Roosters have a few more in them if they can wake up. Either way, I think we're going to get a lot more points in this game. Robert Toya down the right now. Toya arms up, just fending them off here. And down he goes. Late stream, but chose to watch on Channel 9. That's all good, the neutralizer, man. Next game's also on Channel 9, Legends. One thing we do praise on the channel is not forcing you guys. We don't try to trick you. We tell you exactly where the games are available to watch. And you make your choice whether you want to watch just that or you want to chill with the stream. What a chance here. Kick in the air. No matter what it was, he couldn't get it. And Casey McLean now down the left here. Ridicama says, I do think Penrith score again. I think most of us reckon Penrith score again. But, there's definitely people that would go, nah. Well, we go, yaha, bro. Yaha, it's happening.
It's so happening, my bro. Around the middle here. Mitch Kenny. Over to Nathan Cleary here. It's a beautiful kick. He's looking for 40-20. He couldn't find it. Daniel Tupou collects that neatly now. Daniel Tupou to Tedesco now. Down the right edge here. Teddy's not had a bad game, despite what the results been so far here. DCE with the service now to Marky Mark now. Marky Mark looks to sprint forward. Don't forget, legends, we're not leaving you at halftime. We stick around through it. Feel free to chat amongst ourselves when that happens. Great to hear Bossy's voice. Always good, rugby fella. Who scored the try so far, please? I've got you, Jonathan Mason. Don't you worry. Tedesco down the left here. Over to Ponga. I'll give you your tries in a moment. We might have another coming up. Why would he kick that so early? That is one of the worst decisions in that position he could have done. He only had Edwards there. He needed to keep his cool there. And Ponga has just absolutely screwed it up for the Roosters. Unfortunate for the young lad. And the Penrith Panthers now. Through the right here. All right, now if you want to know the try scorers, legend, I'll get them for you here, all right? It opened up with a try for Robert Toya for the Roosters in the opening 5 minutes before Thomas Jenkins, Brian To'o, Dylan Edwards, and Thomas Jenkins again went over, legends. There you go, Jonathan Manson. I do think I was watching Channel 9 yesterday because my Kayo was broken and they had the record of teams next to it. Raiders were 1-2 and Bulldogs were 2-0, if you know what I'm trying to say. I know exactly what you were trying to say, Renakama season, because we talked about it here on the channel. Yes, the Panthers can defend well, but I'm so confident our attack get us over. Rugby fella, fingers crossed, man. And in the tackle, it's going to be a penalty for the Roosters here. And I'm pretty confident 24-4 will be the score at halftime, legends. 26 seconds left on the clock. It was high contact from the Panthers. Unless the Roosters can get a big last-second try. All good, Jonathan Mason. Glad we could get that for you. If that was Billy Smith, he would surrender. Agreed. If it was Billy Smith, he'd accept the tackle if it was the best option for the team. Trying to do too much seems to be the Roosters' greatest enemy on the attack. James Tedesco, through the center they go. Over to Toya. Down the right, Toya tries to do something. And that's halftime here at Allianz Stadium. The Sydney Roosters trail at halftime to the Penrith Panthers, the visiting side, 24-4, legends. And now it's time for the TJC Sports Halftime Show with your host, TJC Sports. The chill point of the stream where we get to chillax, chat about the game, talk stats, talk who the try scorers were, talk who the big players were. Obviously, feel free to ask questions. We read every comment. You know, I'll give a much longer opinion than I normally would as well when it's halftime. And yeah, this is our first one of 2 tonight, legends, because remember, we'll also have one for the grand final rematch between the Storm and the Broncos as well, because yes, that's coming up not too long after this stream, of course, legends. But at halftime for now, it's 4-24. A 20-point lead at halftime. The Sydney Roosters, it's hard to believe we're 4-0 up before the Panthers put on a try-scoring fiesta. Brian To'o decided to turn into prime Alfie Langer, and Nathan Cleary decided to turn into a mixture of prime Andrew Johns and Langer. And there's simply nothing they could do. Actually, To'o was more of a Langer and Irvine-esque. Like, just absolutely incredible stuff, man. Greatest winger of our day with a play like that. not to get too over the top with it. Thank you, bro. It's Jonathan. All good, man. The neutralizer in the chat says for TJC, Warriors, Panthers, Storm, Tigers guaranteed as of right now, but things could change until we get there. That's just my opinion. Yeah, in terms of form, those are the top 4 teams right now, but things change. For me personally, I think it will change eventually. Teams end the season better than they start. Some teams start better than they end. So give it time, legends. The game and the season is far from 100%. It's pretty likely the Panthers have won this game. I'm not going to lie to you at halftime, but it's not impossible. Is anybody else kind of looking at the scoreline going, could the Panthers be putting the 50 bomb on? Jason Reeder says not happy. I don't think any Roosters fan would be happy with how this game's gone so far. I was expecting a lot more from the Sydney Roosters tonight than what I've seen from them. It has been honestly a huge disappointment from them here. At the moment, just give me a second, legends. There we go. Sorry, legends. It's halftime. TJ can make that excuse to need to quickly go on his phone. Too easy. Oh God, you guys are being spared an absolute torture right now. I have to listen to Harry Grant talk about how he scored 3 tries in 2 games, and 2 of them were against Para. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, man. I was expecting a much closer score in the first half. I think the Roosters need to break and reset. Absolutely, mate. But if there's a coach that's going to get them through this, 24-4 down, it's the 3-time premiership winning coach, Trent Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. I know I certainly back him to get the job done potentially in this one here. Sorry for the ding you may have heard, legends. Just using this to charge my phone so I have my little notesy notes to go with this wonderful thing here. The speed of the game is blowing out the scores. Yeah, the speed of the game this season, I think, has been proven to be absolutely exceptional. The speed of the game compared to even just 5 years ago is you can't compare it, can you? You just simply can't. It's just you can't comprehend how much quicker the game's gone. Go back if you question this. All right, let's go back. All right, so 5, 6, 7 years. Right, go back to 2019 all the way to let's say the 22 grand final, and look at how quick the game is compared to how quick it is now. Because you'll see a completely different amount of speed in it. It's absolutely brilliant. When it comes to speed, what they've done. The question does it only benefit those teams that are already kind of thrive on the pressure, of the quick play? Because those teams who like to slow and ease their way into the game, it doesn't seem like this kind of rule set fits them. I might miss tonight's game because of Channel. That's all good, legend. That's all good. The second game's still going to be absolutely legendary between them, man. You're missing out on a great stream, but that's all good, man. Good luck to the next game, Jason. Also, who you that's playing it next week. Good luck to him indeed, legend. Good luck to everyone. 66 votes on the poll so far. 55% have gone with the Penrith Panthers. 42% remain loyal with the Roosters. And 3% have gone with a draw. Well, at this rate, I think a draw is more likely than a Roosters win, to be honest with you, legends. I'll take a draw in this game, I think, at this moment. But I think Penrith Panthers are going to get the job done, genuinely. I never like completely ruling out a team, but I've just got that feeling with this one here that it's going to be a tough road ahead in the second half for the Roosters. Unless Trent Robinson can really wake them up in this one here. And as it stands, legends, I've got 50% of my tips right, baby. I tipped the Panthers and I silly, goosily tipped the Raiders. So TJC, legends, yippee. He's gonna get every tip except the one tip right, and that's how it's gonna work, legends. TJC every week, I guarantee you, and that's what you guys are gonna have to do each week. You're gonna have to guess which tip TJC got wrong, okay? Because that's what I think is gonna happen after what happened last week and what I think is gonna happen this week. TJC will have missed one both weeks. You're gonna watch the round 4 prediction video when that comes out, and you're gonna let me know who you think I got completely wrong, and it's gonna be the one that I got wrong. All right, there's going to be one team I got wrong, guaranteed. Will it be your team? We'll see. It was the Doggies fans' team this time. The time before it was the Knights' fans' team that I got completely wrong. I swear, if Knights win this game versus the Wars after I tipped the Wars, I'm going to have to just start jumping on the Knights wagon of tipping. I'm just going to have to start tipping the Knights every single time, legends. I don't think I have a choice if that happens. The Torm has the The Torm. What the heck is the Torm, TJC? The Storm has the best spine with Harry Grant leading them around the field. He's lethal. Look who he has around him. Oh, I know. That spine, legends. For those of you who go bigger, Suafolongo is better than Prime Pappenhausen was last season. It's just simply the truth. Even if you think Peak Pappy was better, Sua is better than Pappy was last season at fullback. So that's an upgrade compared to last season. Cameron Munster, there's a reason he's consistently in the Queensland team and was even talked about as a captain at one point, potentially. Jerome Hughes, for me, still very much a top 3, top 4 halfback. He's not Moses or Cleary for me, but he's certainly exceptional. And then on top of that, they got Harry Grant, legends at hooker. Like, what are you going to do there? Harry, Grant, you can't stop him. You simply can't stop him. Between those four, it might be... I don't think you get much better than that as a team, right? Like, let's be honest here. Like, people can feel free to correct me and go, oh, yeah, well, actually, this team's better, that team's better. But I genuinely don't... I don't think so. I think it is arguably... It is up there with one of the best spines. It's definitely a top two spine, in my opinion. That's TJC's take on it. Speaking of TJC's take... All right, you guys see this guy here, Jonah Pezzett? All I got to say is that who needs a Jerome Hughes when you have a Jonah Pezzett who's going to win the comp with the Eels this year? No bias. Absolutely none. Totally no. TJC just stating the facts. WRS7 Gamer in the chat says, up the Penrith Panthers. Well, the past, they're certainly doing you proud in this first half, haven't they? The second half, though, only time will tell. But if they keep up the momentum from the first into the second, it's going to be a really, really ugly night to forget for the Sydney Roosters. They certainly won't be too proud of what they put up in that first half, at least, legends. Keep in mind, after today... Tomorrow will be our last day of streaming for the round, as TJC will be vlogging on the Sunday, legends, so we won't be able to stream then. Keep that in mind, all right? I don't want to see too many messages of where are the streams on Sunday, legends, because TJC simply wouldn't be able to do them while doing the vlog as well. Don't worry, though. He'll make sure that it's a quality vlog, okay? Up the ref/bunker, 13 plus as the neutralizer. So can the Roosters come back? It would be a story of the season if they could. Pro Gamer so far, who says, hope the Roosters will win. Rugby Fella hope the same. Hasn't ended up happening, unfortunately, for them. Rugby Fella had anytime try scorers heading into this game. Let's see if they were proven correct of Marky Mark and Papali'i. Fortunately, neither of these have happened yet, but there's always the second half for that to change, legends. Roosters 1-12 was a prediction from Jason Reader. Well, it's technically not impossible. It's a very tough go heading into halftime here. I think Roosters win 29-28. Wouldn't it be absolutely epic? It's 24-4 right now. Imagine this scenario, legends. The Roosters go all the way up to make it 24 points to 24. And then the Panthers get a try in one of the quarters, okay? Probably like a random try from, like, I don't know, Paul Alamotti. And then from there, it is 24 all. Is 24 all. And then after that, 28-24. They miss the kick. The Roosters epically crash over again. They miss the kick. It goes to golden points. And we get an epic winner from the Roosters. Whether it's Sam Walker or DC, they crash on through, and it's one of the most exciting victories for them. 29-28. Roosters stage the remarkable comeback, the comeback of the season so far. Would that not be epic? Anyways, prediction from Riddick Harbour. He says Penrith to win 24-10. Well, he's kind of close. I mean, assuming that the Roosters are the only team that score in the second half and they don't score many at all, it is certainly possible. Libby said draw Panthers. A draw looks more likely than a win, of course. And ref/bunker 13 plus, baby. 13 plus, baby. The ref/bunker. Well, the ref/bunker isn't exactly getting what they want right. Well, maybe they're getting what they want right now. Someone check on Leaguey. Somebody check on the Sydney Roosters supporter. Somebody check on them, legends. They're not doing well right now, are they? Oh, goodness me. This is an absolute show, mate. Bro, if it was Para, and I've had it happen with Para before, just look up Para versus Dolphins. I was almost dead with that Darwin stream where they got destroyed. I was like, like it got to a point where I had to stop streaming. Now, Legend Quaid said we don't show the game here on the channel, unfortunately, Legend, because of copyright infringement. But this one is available on Kayo on Foxtel. If you can't afford that, I'm sure that there's something on a TikTok or something, though I don't necessarily recommend it. No, the host does not show the game, Legends. Most on YouTube don't, unfortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it for as many hours as I do. Mate, Wires fan since 95. If Knights, I can't say it, Legend. Up the Wires. Bruh, if the Wires manage to get the result here, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't really know any apps you can use for free, Legend. I think that sometimes people try to film it on Insta and TikTok, as I've said, but overall, I don't usually have to check it illegally, so I don't know, honestly, Legend. But I don't suggest it necessarily. I was watching the first half in a pub. I guess you could say I'm a bloke in a bar. Bro, come up with the creator puns, eh? We got Mr. Pun over here, E.B. Williams, Legends. Epic bugger of a Joker, Williams. I think Wires beat Knights 34-26, says Kane Mills. What? So you reckon that the Knights are going to put up a good fight? I mean, if you back them to perform against Manly, against them the same way they did against Manly, sure, man. But that's a big call, considering that they won't be starting with nearly as many good players in it. Very hot take, actually. I think that the Wires are going to win comfortably there, but I would love to see the Knights put up a good fight. Isn't it funny that they're doing a multicultural round and Dylan Brown can't play? Like, goodness me, Legends. Like, you got to be kidding me. Well, we had 5 tries in the first half. Majority Panthers here. Will it change in the second half? Let's wait and see. Second half almost underway now, Legends. So let's change this. It ain't the first half anymore. Anyways, Legends, second half underway here. Penrith Panthers versus the Roosters. The Roosters having to react after a heavy loss to the first. The Roosters crashing on with a good opening defense piece there. Connor Watson with it here. Back around the middle. Brian To'o ends up with the ball here. What a try he scored. And back through the middle here, it's Scott Sorensen. The Panthers continuing their heavy defensive record here. Only had conceded 6 points heading into this game. And, well, now it's 10 points. But 10 points in 3 games is absolutely exceptional. For those going, how's that exceptional? Para have conceded over 80 heading into 3 games. Just putting that out there. And I say that as a Neil supporter. Nathan Cleary takes the kick now on 5th here and it ends up on the 20-metre line now with Marky Mark here. With the Roosters to bring it forward here to the 34-metre there. 95% completion rate so far for Nathan Cleary. He's pretty much had no errors today here. Tyson Gamble come back, says Jenkins, for the win. Hey, if Tyson Gamble makes a difference, I'm a monkey's uncle. And knock on from Blake Steep. He looks like prime Nathan Highmarsh when he was playing for the Indigenous All-Stars. But for the Sydney Roosters, he becomes Slippy G. Or should I say Slippy BS? Yep, those are his initials. Over to Liam Starton Martin now. Loki, the Knights have solid depth in spine. Fletcher Hunt, I rate highly. Yeah, but Fletcher Hunt's not confirmed to play that game. Isaiah Papali down the left here. But I agree with you. Low-key, there's definitely a chance they win next when they play the Warriors. But I personally think it's much more likely the Wires win. And Liam Martin off of the defender. We're going to get ourselves ahead. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Hunt's playing sharp, isn't? That's right. Well, I rate both, Legend. I rate both. But yeah, Fletcher Hunt, yeah, he's playing. You're right, Legend. Kind of thought we get the most dangerous version of Penrith in 2026. We do. We do, mate. We do get the most dangerous. Scott Sorensen going off the field here. In my defense, Fletcher Hunt and Sharp, very similar. Very similar. Especially when you're working on a stream brain that's very mushy. Did I mention the Panthers have a good spine also? This could be 40-plus points. Oh, absolutely it could be. The Roosters have to hold on here. Down the middle, the Penrith Panthers. Moses Leota takes the tackle now. And getting off in Butcher. We move to the left now with Nathan Cleary. Cleary finds Talangi. Talangi nearly knocks that ball on. Had to just make sure that he could maintain possession there and goes down by Watson. Kenny with the ball to Cleary here. Cleary with the kick in the air through the middle. Panthers. It's off the Panthers. Lost. And the Roosters get it. James Tedesco now. And that was lovely work from Alamotti. Great weighted kick from Nathan Cleary, and the effort was there. Now the Roosters get the ball here. Daniel Tupou gets all the way to nearly the 20 here. Great effort against 3 Panthers defenders there. They move to the right with Angus Crichton now. Crichton just mowing forward now past the 30. The former South Sydney Rabbitoh finds Connor Watson, who dummies here, nearly gets just about there. Isaiah Papali'i works well with Mitch Kenny to get him back there. Mitch always gets stitches. Round to James Tedesco. Trust me, Moses has only played a handful of games, hasn't he? Round to left, Reece Robson sets up Walker. Walker down the left, and that could have been something. Robson, he's just so natural on the ball. Gets it over to Angus Crichton here, and Angus Crichton for the line here. Good wrap up from Liam Martin. 48 metres gained on the 5th tackle. And Sam Walker's going to hit this into the air. I think it nearly hit the bunker. It was so high. And Dylan Edwards leaps in to the air there and gets the ball here. Legends aiming for 5.45K before the end of the 2 streams tonight. Legends, we're on 5,445 right now. Just need 5 more subscribers. If you haven't subbed yet, consider doing it or sharing the channel around for more subs, guys. We always appreciate all you legendary viewers as we continue to grow this wonderful, wonderful community we have here. I didn't really know if we'd get the best of the Panthers this year, E.B. Williams, but it's certainly proven that way so far, hasn't it? Isaiah Yeo to Edwards, to Liam Martin. It's beautiful to Paul Alamotti here. Paul Alamotti hogs the ball and it works. I think that was the best choice. He scoops through the middle. Have a look at this. Over to the 20 now. He needs somebody speeding to the ruck there. And unlike what Manly had with Ruben Gary, somebody's there. To Lungy, to IPAP. It's long. Thomas Jenkins for the hat trick. It's 28-4 now. And this is just so ugly from the Roosters in defense. Their big D is looking like a tiny little one. The little slug of defense for the Roosters. It's 28-4 now. 24 points the difference now. We have a kick to come here. It is getting so ugly here at Allianz Stadium. The away side wants to put as many points as they can on them. And Legends, if they hit 30-something points in the next, let's say, 10 minutes, is there a chance that this could be a 50-bomb kind of game? Or do we reckon they'll fall just short? Thomas Jenkins, that's probably some of the most acrobatics I've ever seen from Thomas Jenkins. He's not really an acrobatic winger. He just kind of does the simple stuff. And he crashes on through here. And that's what he gets for having such a nimble body. Being able to slice through the line. It takes a while for players to get to him. You know, and when he gets that ball, he never tries to make something too crazy of it, force an offload. And that's 8 tries in 4 games for Thomas Jenkins. And he's starting to become the new go-to try scorer to predict, right? He's absolutely special. And we're waiting on the kick to find out if the Panthers lead by 26 points. That's right, 26 points, Legends. How good does Talangi look these days? Danger man every time he touches the ball. The one that got away for Para. But we've got players coming through, Legend. We're setting up for young Lorenzo Talentina. We've got a young boy called Fletch coming through that's pretty good as well. There's also others. I'm pretty sure we had one good one that's also been picked up by Knights. That's right. They've taken 2 5/8s from us. And that's 4 out of 5 goals for Cleary today. Can he make it? 5 out of 6. Nathan Cleary from the sideline here. He missed from this kind of angle in the first half 1 out of 2 times. And he misses the first one from this kind of angle in the second half too, Legends. It's kind of meant to be. All right, don't back Cleary from the left edge to kick, Legends, because he's missed more than he scored. And that Jenkins hat-trick, he is just like, he's a club player. I think that's the best way. I know he had that year with the Knights, but a club player, I think, is the best way you could possibly describe Thomas Jenkins. You know, he's not going to be going in the history books for most NRL scores ever, but he's definitely going to go down as a reliable player in his day for the Panthers when he is gone. The Roosters kick us off again here. And the Penrith Panthers continue to mount that pressure on them. I have confidence in the ones go forward defense and spine. We'll find out tomorrow, Legend. I'm really excited for that game. How good does Talangi look these days? Yep. So the Panthers will win 3 in a row. George Alarm, most likely. Most likely, Legends. I highly doubt this game's changing. Could we have I think it would be our third 50 bomb of the season. I'm talking too early. It's probably not going to happen. The Roosters won't allow it, right? Liam Martin. It's written in the stars here. He goes down. Am I the only one that thinks somehow Martin's bulked up, unless his haircut's made him look a little different? Somehow he's bulked up a little or something, or he's gotten a little wider. Not a critique, a genuine question. Nathan Cleary now takes the kick here over to the right, and the Roosters will just collect this one neatly. It's Daniel Tupou. Everybody was talking about Johnston last week, but Tupou is among the all-time try scorers. He's probably not going to overtake Irvine, but he will be able to proudly say that he is one of the best. Reece Robson over to the right here. And Ponga looks to make no efforts in this half here. Toya tries to help as Wong goes down. Now over to DCE down the middle here. Now to Butcher, Legends. Remember, we're aiming for 5.45 before the end of tonight's streams, Legends. Just 4 away now. Appreciate your support. It's Cherry to Robson to Walker. And Walker, well, Walker wasn't on there. Nathan Cleary gets the ball and offloads over to Casey McLean here. The Panthers keep going, and now the right edge they go. Brian To'o crashes in there, and Robinson braces for impact brilliantly. Why is the Roosters player dropped the ball? Because he couldn't maintain possession, Legend. As simple as that. Almost past the 40 here. 3 away now. Mitch Kenny goes to Dylan Edwards now. Edwards over to the halfway line here. Mate, I wouldn't be shocked if the Panthers made a run in a moment here. Moses Leota now gets over to the 40. I think he looked for a slight offload but couldn't find it. Mitch Kenny now to Yeo. Bats it round here. I think Yeo will find the offload to Talangi. And it looks like they're just giving them time to do things, the Roosters. Isaiah Papali'i with it now here. And Papali'i goes down. In the early Friday centre of Sydney, this game has been absolutely epic if you're a Penrith fan, and absolute misery if you're a Roosters supporter. Nathan Cleary puts it up high. Jenkins wants 4 potentially, and did the Roosters knock that on, or did the Panthers knock that on? That's the debate to be had from the referee. What will the Panthers do? Thomas Jenkins just chasing through down the middle. The call is that he knocked it on first. Here we carry on. Tupou down the left here. E.B. Williams in the chat says, I reckon Channel 9 bringing the possibility of Jacob Preston playing Origin this year into the atmosphere tells me that it could actually happen. Absolutely, it could actually happen, Legend. He could be one of the Blues debutants this year. 100% he could be, E.B. Williams. Jacob Preston, I think, arguably has earned it based on his form. And he's been in the camp before, so it's not like it's out of the realms of like what's been on Laurie Daly's mind. That's right, Laurie Daly's still your coach, Legends. He hasn't been let go yet. Connor Watson. Watson needs to get it to the left here. Ponga pushing them up here, and if the Roosters can get a try, well, I mean, I don't know if they can come back, but the but it could certainly slow down the momentum of the Panthers and help them out in this game. The Sydney Roosters with the high kick, Teddy bats it back. It's definitely touched by the Roosters, but it won't really matter when it's a completely new set of possession here. Blaze Talagi gets the ball now. Mitch Kenny. Over to McLean. And when that ball went in the air, you just knew something was going to come of it. McLean forced back in a better position here, and that could be a penalty. Yes, it will be. The referee spots it as quickly as I did nearly there. Arm up so fast, legends. The Penrith Panthers, Dylan Edwards, just having a little talk with the ref about what went down there, going, come on, I know, sir. He was held down 100%. I think he was asking if there could be a bit more in it, but no, it was definitely just a hold down. Simple stuff. And we carry on there. Penrith Panthers now. Tap it. Over to Blaze Talagi now. Henry with it here. Arms out, pushes forward. And Connor Watson braces for impact and keeps him back here. Reckon Laurie should pick Terrell May if Tigers are in the top 4 at Origin time. You reckon he should? But I think there's too much bad blood there and he won't, legend. I think he should, but I don't think he will. Based on his own ego, I think he won't, legend. The Mays are quite controversial like that. And that'll be a double knock on there. Roosters, Panthers. Moses Leota and Sam Walker with a bit of a disagreement. Tedesco steps in. Just a bit of classic heat of the moment in this game we love here. I don't think Laurie will pick Terrell May, but I think that if he was picking his best team, he would pick Terrell May. I mean, Adam Vanua, Blake Payne, Haas, Terrell May is a pretty deadly props combination, in my opinion, to rotate between. Yeah, the Roosters and the Panthers there. Moses Leota, very, very colourful on his mouth guard, isn't he? Roosters get the feet in the scrum, though, because, of course, they were the second team to knock on. And Angus Crichton now just walks forward here, living up to the Walker name despite not being a Walker. He's a bit of a he owns a barbershop, I'm pretty sure, too, can't he? So he can give the Panthers a fresh new cut as a prize for them winning. Like your cut G's probably normal for him. The Roosters lift up over to the right now. 27 minutes left in the second half here. So under half an hour here as Tedesco dummies here down the left edge, and now Tedesco goes down. The 2-drop is crazy. The 2-drop is crazy, brother. It's crazy there. The 1-2, the uno dos. Watson now on the ground. 4th tackle here. Around to Cherry Evans. Finds the pass here. No, and it goes to Wong. Will it be a penalty here? It will be for the Sydney Roosters. Shoulder contact to the head there. And the Roosters will get probably one of their best chances in the entire game. I'd say second half, but it's entire game. They haven't really gotten any opportunities since that first 5 minutes. The Roosters demanding the ball here, and you got to go for the try when you're 28-4 down. It's a bit of a soft penalty, to be honest, but there is shoulder contact, so correct call, we'll say. It's a bit soft, if I'm going to say it, be honest, though, with what they miss sometimes. And it's Robson over to Walker, who finds his way around here. Yeah, it was too dangerous. It was too dangerous. We move on from it there for the Penrith Panthers, but yeah, right call. Walker finds Tedesco. Daniel Tupou now, and it's 6 again. They were inside the 10 metres, the Penrith Panthers. Not going to get all the way to the line there. James Tedesco, 25 minutes left on the clock here. Roosters with a little show here. Goes back through the middle now. And that is the 3rd tackle here. Despite it saying 2nd tackle, it's nearly 4th tackle now on the board. It's not updating. They're saying it goes to Robson. Now with a dash here. Watson is offside. Watson is offside. Walker dashes onto it here. Could Walker be given a try here? It comes in with intent. So I imagine that this is going to be no try. I think the Roosters offside are blocking the Penrith defenders. So I think nothing's going to come of this. It'll be a good effort from the Roosters, but nothing to happen from it. Well, he already impedes one of the runners through. Yeah, Connor Watson active in the play. It's obviously a no-try legend. And there you go. The Sydney Roosters will not have a try in the second half. Unlike the Penrith Panthers, who have at least one so far here. And in the first 20, it's a lot lower scoring than the first half, at least. Scott Sorensen looks to come onto the field. It looks like Isaiah Yo's coming off here. Will be a penalty for the Penrith Panthers now. And they're essentially going to get a borderline 20-meter restart here. Casey McLean now forward here. Roosters is very close. They were very close to scoring, but even one try doesn't change this game. It may change the momentum, but it doesn't change the game entirely here. Sydney Roosters pulling them back now here. Penrith Panthers just take the tackle on the ground. Mitch Kenny over to Moses Leota now. Well, there's a chance at the moment that Mitch Kenny may be playing 80 minutes, 3 weeks in a row, legends. For those who aren't familiar with his game the last few seasons, that simply hasn't been a thing for him. Lindsay Smith now keeps pushing forward, becomes fifth tackle now for him. It's Mitch's get stitches. High kick in the air from Nathan Cleary. There's 3 Pink Panthers chasing, and Daniel Tupou gets the ball there. The Panthers think if they're going to force him out, they go, nah. Quick on the defense here. Coming out, Lindsay Smith and Sorensen with speed now. And it's Penrith here, just simply the best at the moment. Marky Mark. Be careful, legends. If you get too close to Marky Mark, you might start catching some absolute excellence. The Sydney Roosters down the middle here. Reece Robson. I think it's been an overall good start to the... When it comes to Reece Robson, it's a good start to his Roosters career as a player. It just isn't a good start with how the team's gone in this game here. To be fair, they are playing the best defensive team in the comp, arguably. The Roosters definitely back that, and it goes to Luke Garner here. Garner a little confused as he's tackled there. I don't know if he was sure if it was going to be play on or not here. Let's go, my Panthers, mate. Shout out to your Panthers legend. Absolutely dominating the Roosters right now, bro. There's no denying that. Credit where it's due to a quality team. Dylan Edwards with the ball now here. Gets over to the halfway line now. We're 50% of the way through the set here as they enter the Roosters' zone now. And it's Isaiah Papali'i down the left here. Can Roosters score trying to get 10 to 28? Maybe. Absolutely possible. We beat Paris, and you do, mate. You do, bro. Bring it on. Should be a good game, hopefully. Battle of the West. Always look forward to it. Let's go, bro. Go the Panthers. Credit to it. High kick in the air from the Panthers over to the left side here on the 10, and Marky Mark gets it. You want to try something brilliant with the error mark? No, he does not. Short over to Toya now. Toya with the ball there. Toya takes the tackle and goes down here. DCE now over to Angus Crichton. In the battle with the Roosters here. Can you smash the Panthers? No, we cannot smash the Panthers next week. I'm just telling you right now, if Para win, it won't be a smashing. This is me being modest. I will tip Para because even though Panthers should win, but they probably won't smash them next week. All right, Para will, if they win, it'd be 1-12. I'm going to be honest there. Daniel Tupou to Junior Ponga, and Tupou and Ponga just are not linking up well at all, are they? They are just not clicking. They are clicking about as well as... I'm trying to figure something out. They're clicking about as well as chocolate and watermelon, I guess. I don't know. Something that I wouldn't enjoy. Back around here. Raisins with cabbage. Over to the right now. Isaiah Papali'i here. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen, legend, but I'm back in the Parramatta Eels, as I always do. Tugger will go to Para. I don't think that's it's a rumor, legend, but I don't think I haven't heard that it's going to happen as of yet, from what I've heard. But yeah, it has been talked about. I've heard definitely. Definitely, legend. It's a good question, though. I think either way, what we should hope for is just a good battle of the West. 52 metres gained, Penrith Panthers here. Blaze Talangi to go alone and try and score. He hogs it. But can you blame him with the speed he was going at? He couldn't score, but you can't blame him for trying to get in there here. Is it all over for Sydney? It's not all over for Sydney, Legend. It's just, it's all over. Yeah, it's all over for the Sydney Roosters. Let's be honest, 20 minutes to go. They're not going to come back. But we enjoy it nonetheless, don't we, this stream, Legends? We enjoy it nonetheless. Special Deschel player. Round the middle now. The Penrith Panthers and the Roosters. We go right here. Marky Mark with the ball now. Finds over to Robert Toya. Robert Toya with the ball. Toya keeps going here. Toya, he's been one of the better players in this game today. They aren't clicking like an old man's hips. Exactly, mate. Exactly. They're not clicking like an old man's hips. The cane, nowhere to be seen here. Over to Toya Tupou, and they don't link up at all, and Moses Leota gets the ball. So Toto reached his hand out here, apparently. I thought the ball went a bit obscure. And there you go. Nice block, Brian Toto. It's going to be a full set for the Roosters, though, from it. Sometimes, though, if you know a try is going to happen, or you think a try is going to happen, you got to make the best call for your team, right? Happens, Legends. This is the one. Right, round to the right here. DCE on his way forward now here. Keeps going with it, Legends. 25 metres out now. Watson loops back around here again. And it'll be Wong just squeezing to the 10-metre line here. The Sydney Roosters, still a full set, Legends. That was a crazy try-scoring number 5 person. 2 kicks and score on the first. Yeah, that was Brian Toto, Legend, and it was crazy. Brian Toto, one of your best ever wingers. Short here, the Roosters. Fekete! Oh, he's held up. How has he been held up there, Celeste Fekete, Legends? You got to be kidding. Goodness me. All right, the Sydney Roosters now to play in the scrum here. Robson, Watson. He's backing himself. He's held up again. Legends. The Sydney Roosters there. The Panda Panthers are holding their line right now, WR7. Walker to Fekete. Here he goes now. 18 minutes to go. 28-4 Penrith. Oh my God, Walker. Can we call Sam Walker has just become Sam Dropler, and they're just not comparable. And it's also a penalty for the Panthers, because why wouldn't it be a penalty for the Penrith Panthers, right, Legends? This game has just been all Panthers. They keep frustrating themselves. Put out in the grass there. Long in the tackle here. And now with the yardage, the Penrith Panthers are going to start roughly 25 metres. Penrith Panthers now tapping and going here. Liam starts and Martin gets over by the 30 now. Fatigue is kicking in, unfortunately, for Roosters. Absolutely it is, mate. At the moment, fatigue is clear as day there for all to see. Arguably, they are the best attack and defense in the comp. I think that's something that the Penrith Panthers should look at when they're making that argument. You know, like the Roosters should be going, yeah, we lost 4-28, but this is the best team. They want to be challenging the best teams, absolutely. So it's not much of a positive, but at least they can take away that they're probably taking on the best overall defensive attacking team in the comp. And based on how the Panthers are looking, Storm Panthers is going to be an absolutely epic game when that comes across. Panthers with a very high kick here for Toto. And he knocks it on, Brian Toto. Brian Toto, by the way, with 16 minutes to go in the second half, we've only got one try, legends. And as games stand, 2 games played out of a possible 8, the second half has not been a high try-scoring affair. Unless Melbourne Storm want to change that, round 3 is looking to be the low-scoring second half. At least in terms of momentum, it doesn't look that way, does it? That it's going to improve. That was like a boomerang kick. It was, mate. The way it looped back around there. Toto was ready for it, though. And that's Nathan Cleary for you. And with the ball there outside their 20, Marky Mark gets it. Only 3 away from today's subscriber goal, legends. If you haven't hit that sub button yet, consider doing it to show support for your favourite Parramatta streamer. Finds his way over to Robson now. DCE. Finds Tedesco. Who goes to Crichton now? Angus Crichton here. He looks for the offload, but Paul Alamonte is blocking him here. Defending champs Walker with a very high kick in the air here. Tedesco looks to bat it back. He does manage to, but Moses Leona's there. Jenkins with it. Breaks away Thomas Jenkins. Will he fall over? He won't. 20, 40, 30, 20, 10. And a try. It's 4. It's 4 tries by Thomas Jenkins. And the Penrith Panthers got to change their name to the Thomas Jenkins. I have no idea how he's managed to keep his balance, but that is unbelievable. I know it was an exceptional try from Toto, but Toto who? Thomas Jenkins with 4 for the Penrith Panthers, and he could keep looking for more if he wanted to. Once that bat back from Teddy happened, gets it to Jenkins, that little ankle tap happens, and 9 out of 10 times any player would fall over on any given day. Some of the best wingers in our game would have fallen over there. I have no doubt about it. But Thomas Jenkins remarkably manages to keep himself positioned and sprints through over 60 meters to score a brilliant second try of the second half. And both the 2 tries scored in this half have been from Thomas Jenkins. It's 2 apiece in each half. Will he get it? Will he get his own second half, legends? Hope next game's a much closer one, says Cade Mills in the chat here. What a try. Nathan Cleary gets it. 34-4 now. Honestly, the Panthers could be on more. That's the crazy thing about this game. It has just been all Panthers all night here. Could never... This is exactly why I didn't tip the Roosters. I felt like something like this was coming. Or at least I felt like the Panthers were going to be showing them a bit of a wake-up call, being a much harder team to read than last week's team. Thomas Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Penrith Panther number 2, with more than double potentially coming up in tries for his number. 13 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. 13 can be considered quite an unlucky number at times. It's been Roosters' unlucky number. Penrith Panthers. And I'm sorry, but if you were tipping on we're going to score 4 in this game, it was not Thomas Jenkins. Lindsay Smith over to the right here. Finds the short pass now to Garner here. And Luke Garner will just garner up some courage to go down now. Broncos is my backup team to beat the Storm. Broncos to beat the Storm. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. They've got a tough feat, legend. We've got a lot of things to talk about with the Broncos and Storm. Liam Martin, he breaks away here. So they play the defensive line here. Goes to Mitch Kenny. Goes to Yeo. Goes to Garner, who keeps batting it back here. Oh, okay. The ref, the linesman, the touchy, the ref, they're going to ruin it. Luke Garner disappointed in himself with that one. I think the Panthers genuinely wanted to try and force 40 on them. We got Jenkins, Parrick, and Abtago. Hey, I'll take Jake. I'll take him. I'll take Isaac if he wants to come. We already got Jake. We might as well have Isaac. And yeah, that definitely was hit forward by Luke Garner. Most definitely here, the Roosters fans. Unfortunately, they're staying strong together here. It was been a really rough night for them overall. The Penrith Panthers, simply too much for them to handle. Honestly, real loyalty. That's all you got to say, right? When you're willing to sit through these performances and not get a little bit dookie with everyone around you, that's when you know that you're a real fan, man. Sydney Roosters now. Robson finds it on 6 again to Walker. Walker to Watson. Connor Watson now through the middle here. The Roosters get a piece of it here. Panthers 2026 Premiers says sup in the chat here. Finds James Tedesco now. Tedesco through the middle now, nearly to the 10 here. He's just incredible. Robson over to Cherry Evans. And it's Wong. And look at that Penrith defense there. And we are loving this scoreline at the moment here. They go through the middle. They keep going with it here. And it's Watson just playing in the middle here. And they'll go through to the right here, almost crashing through. Couldn't quite do it. Robson over to Toya. Finds Cherry Evans, Marky Mark, and the referee is going to hand it over to the Penrith Panthers. Spreading out in numbers, every opportunity that they could have possibly had, always going begging. To'o to score another try is John's call. Little early, man. We still got 10 minutes. It's definitely possible that we could still have a try for To'o coming up. I think hitting roughly 40 points would be an acceptable result from this game here. Cherry Evans goes back to... Cherry Evans probably wondering if he could go back to Brookvale with this performance. On third tackle now, it's a great margin here. Before this game, Penrith Panthers were heading in with a 48% win rate. I think that it's safe to say that's changed after this game tonight. Much better. You know, and to be fair, they did win comfortably last time. It was 12-40 the last time at this stadium for the Penrith Panthers against the Roosters. Maybe the Panthers will improve on that with a 40-4 scoreline. I mean, 34-4 is arguably a similar kind of scoreline. But 40-34... But 40-4 shows a real change in the momentum, right? To be fair, though, that was revenge last year in round 7 after round 2 where they lost to the Roosters at CommBank 32-38. To be fair, though, Panthers were struggling a bit in that one at the time. Their form kind of dipped versus the Roosters. Blaze Talagi to Luke Garner. Garner over to the left here. 15 metres out now, legends. The Sydney Roosters, desperate not to concede in this set here. It's over to the right. It's Dylan Edwards. Dylan Edwards with the crash board. Did he get it? He's on the ground. Dylan Edwards, the Pink Bandit, steals a try. 38-4. That's a double for the fullback here. The New South Wales Blues representative. You always know what you're going to get with Edwards, and that's a solid performance. Dylan Edwards crashes on through here off of a dummy. And the Sydney Roosters were unable to stop him. 38-4 with a kick to come now. And now that they've hit that 40, do we think that's tries done, gates shut, lights out? Or will we see the Panthers continue to try and put the pressure on them here and truly make this an upsetting night for the Roosters? Dylan Edwards. You know your team didn't have a great game when they're just banking their lucky stars that they haven't conceded 50. Nothing against the Roosters, but it's been disappointing. Let's go on, ya Roosters. Let's go, the Panthers. 38-4 now. He's got 7 career tries against the Roosters. He scored his 60th and 61st try tonight. Penrith's number 1. They lost to Yogi to keep him. I mean, the fact that Yogi and Edwards were your halves combos, and the fact that you gave up Riley Smith too, like, wow. Penrith Panthers, gents. Nathan Cleary, he's missed 2 kicks. Pretty sure Walker's Walker missed a kick. He's missed 2 all season. And Cleary gets it in. It's 40-4 now. 40-4, Legends. And this has been a very long night for the Chookies. Show the whole thing. Eastern Suburbs flag there. 40-4, baby. I'm left speechless now. And while we knew that this could be one-sided, we did not expect what we got. Shout out to Isaiah Yo and Liam Marson. They're definitely some of the hardest workers tonight. Their effort down the middle has been brilliant. And Robson getting a rest off the field here with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Roosters go short now. That's a knock-on from the Panthers. Roosters get the ball. It's a successful short kickoff, Legends. And Roosters will probably be chanting last try wins in this one here. Only 2 more tries and Roosters can't win the premiership yet, but the Panthers are going to have to get the ball back for that. 7 minutes isn't exactly a long time for them to make it happen, but I know they'll be motivated to make it happen, the Penrith Panthers. They love crushing dreams like that. Only 2 subs away from the end of night goal, Legends. Let's hope if we don't reach those by the end of this stream, we'll likely reach them next stream. Sam Walker goes to DCE here. Over to James Tedesco now. Tedesco arms out here. Finds Marky Mark now. Marky Marks makes a go with it here. Steps forward here. Tyler, what did you pick of Brian Toto's try? I thought it was absolutely exceptional. Lager-esque. If you don't know who Alfie Lager is, Legends, I feel sorry for you. 20-meter line now. DCE. Sam Walker. It's a kick for the corner here for Daniel Tupou. And the Panthers and Roosters wingers collide there. Brian Toto and Tupou. Certainly was a brilliant kick, but Daniel Tupou unable to get it due to brilliant defense in the air here. The referee, though, is going to take a look. This is the Panthers dinner, KFC chicken. Wait, winner, chicken dinner, baby. Winner, chicken dinner. Tupou, absolutely exceptional. And yeah, Toto completely. Yeah, this is a genuine contest for the ball, no doubt. The question is there any problems with Toto's collection of it? Did he falcon this a little? I know it's not a traditional falcon, but it kind of hits his face, even though it comes off his hands. Does a bit of a star jump in the air. Oh, Roosters. If the ball doesn't touch Tupou's arm at any stage, they could give this, Legends. He stuck out a sneaky hand. But Panthers got there first. Paul Alamoti grounds it in the goal. I'm shocked how close that came to being given as a Roosters try. I'm in absolute shock. Absolute shock. I can't believe that got so close to being a Roosters try. Yeah, it'll definitely be a dropout. Video referee. No try. Daniel Tupou, though, won't mind the effort he went. 6.5 minutes to go. There's still time for a try here for the Roosters. On the 40 now. I don't think there's enough time for Panthers to hit 50, but they could get another try. I think we could get at least one more try in this game, potentially, before we head on to our next game, Legends. We will be live for that one as well, guys. So if you want to ignore Channel 9, say hi to TJC for a little bit. I don't mind that whatsoever, Legends. I would very much appreciate the company. Yeah, when we do the Storm versus the Broncos, Legends. That'll be due to go live pretty much once this game's done. We won't be able to immediately jump on over, but we'll do our best to, Legends, all right? Maybe a few minutes late, but it's not really a few minutes late when this game's just dragged on into that time, right? So Roosters versus Panthers. Roosters nearly with a try here, but Dylan Edwards with a little knock on after being absolutely slammed by Junior Ponga. It's been the Roosters' best player, James Tedesco, today. Hasn't been too bad. Tough night for his side. Nathan Cleary now. And he just goes along the hips, doesn't he? Hips don't lie as Daniel Tupou gets it. And Daniel Tupou chased across field here. Goes down. That was a horrible kick. Let's go, Pen. Oh, well, I think the idea was speed rolling against the ground to make the error for the players. DCE around here. It's a bit of a strategy, Legend, that they go with. David cheering for the Penrith Panthers. Butcher offloads to DCE now. DCE finds Toya. And the right edge is where Penrith have done their homework, holding them out. And now Watson goes short here. Wong Talangi collects there. The Roosters getting a bit desperate. Nothing's going their way, really, at the moment. And Thomas Jenkins will just slide in now. Thomas Jenkins goes down. Mitch Kenny moves over to Garner now. Luke Garner will garner the footy here. Wrapped up 50% of the way through the set. 4 minutes to go, Legends. Brian To'o through the middle. And this is certainly not how the match started. It was 4-0, Legends, to the Roosters. It was 4-0 to the Chookies. Like, goodness me. What on earth have I witnessed? A real statement from the Penrith Panthers, though. How solid of a team they are. And they run it. Nathan Cleary with the long pass here to Garner, who knocks it on again here. And Luke Garner's been a bit of a liability in the final couple minutes for the Panthers, hasn't he? Hasn't been able to maintain possession, but of course anything can happen. It doesn't really impact the team when they're so far in front. But he'll want to watch out for that when they aren't as far in front in future games where he comes on. Ivan Cleary in the box being like, future games? What are you on about, TJC? The former West Tiger showing his inner former Tiger. Speaking of Tigers, we will be streaming that. The Tigers and the Rabbitohs tomorrow, Legends. Look forward to that one. Rabbitohs home game. As we go over to Angus Crichton here, it goes across to the left now. 4th tackle coming up for the Sydney Roosters here. Goes to Sam Walker. Goes over, puts it off here to Fiketti now. Fiketti goes down here. Your neighbours are just enjoying the banter. DCE, back to Walker. Hits it there. Tedesco backwards. I think that's a penalty. It's penalty for the Roosters. Yeah, knew it. Kicker, he's in front. Right call there, Legends. If you've enjoyed the stream tonight, Legends, 2.5 minutes to go here, the bunker. We are officially, thanks to this Captain's Challenge, going to be starting late to the next stream. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. 2 subs away from today's goal. 1 sub away from today's goal. I've just been corrected. Captain's Challenge now. Remember, if there's a delay to it, it'll hold up. Tedesco. Okay, Tedesco touches it. Yeah. Okay. Wait, hang on a second. So what you're telling me is that they keep the challenge anyways. Well, I guess it doesn't matter with 2.5 minutes left, but like, wow, really? A team doesn't get what they want out of a challenge, but they don't lose it, and it's not considered inconclusive. That does not happen every day. Liam Martin refusing to get off the Rooster. 6 again, ruck infringement. Lindsay Collins now into the line here. Off with it now. Away from the line here. Watson to Butcher. It's still first tackle. It becomes second. That's a knock on from the Roosters. DCE. Oh, goodness me. And for DCE, it's going to be just the 1 win against the Rabbitohs to start his first 3 games in Roosters colours in, well, at least the regular NRL season here. Not his ideal first Friday footy, right? Not his ideal Friday footy at all, actually. And outside of James Tedesco, the Panthers have absolutely blitzed the Roosters side in stats. 1.5 minutes left on the clock here. The only question would really be, can the Panthers get a number before the game's over, legends? All right. While the next stream says it's due to be live at 7:50, actually it's due to be live now. We will change that, legends. It won't change on the thing, but what we will change that to is for it to we'll be live around 7:55, legends. All right. So keep that mental note when you jump over to that stream. Okay. Good to hear, legends. All right, that you'll do that as Panthers go over to the left. 50 seconds on the clock here. They ought to be with it here. You guys already dropping the likes on that legendary stream. How fun's that going to be when we get over to it? And for you guys wondering, how can I watch it, TJC, your stream? It is officially the new pinned comment. Sorry, John, legend. I love your pinned comment, but we got to show a bit of advertisement there. It's officially the new pinned comment for you to jump over there in about 29 seconds here once this game wraps up, all right? And I'll see you guys in a few minutes when we set up the next stream for that one, eh? With a bit of venom here. We're just waiting on them to play the ball again here, 29 seconds, and wrap up this one here. The Roosters with it. I say just go all out in this final 25, right? See if you can get that last try wins kind of mentality. Come on, make it happen here. Yeah, absolutely showing the Panthers respect, legend. They deserve what they've gotten in this game, 40-4, man. Top quality side, and they're showing it here. You know, there's a reason they're the highest rated team of the last half decade. And the Roosters knock it on here. Luke Garner gets the ball. 2 1, ding, 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 ding. And that is full time here at Allianz Stadium. The Penrith Panthers have bested the Roosters 40-4. Technically, Roosters can still win the comp still, but that was a dominant performance from two of the best. Penrith Panthers putting the Roosters on a bit of fraud watch at the moment, legends. Congratulations to the Panthers. The Roosters back to the drawing board. And I was worried about this after what I saw versus South. Chookies with a tough road ahead. Next week, for those Roosters fans of you going, who do we have to go with next week? The Roosters play Manly in the round opener. Penrith Panthers play their arch rivals, the Parramatta Eels. Both teams have an interesting game ahead of them. I personally think the Roosters can get the job done next week. Still, DCE taking on his former team. What a stream that's going to be, right, legends? His first game against Manly. You don't want to miss that. But, of course, we've got a couple streams before that, including next game, Storm vs. Broncos. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and jump over to the pinned comment, legends. I'll see you guys over there in a couple minutes. Let's go.